With so many players getting traded, it's pretty hard to know who goes where and all that. In this video, we'll be talking about 3 winners and 3 losers of the NBA trade deadline. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's jump into the video. We're gonna go over the losers first, then the winners. And my first loser for the trade deadline is the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers picked up Reggie Bullock and Mike Muscala, but had to trade away Svi Mykhailiuk, Ivica Zubac, and Michael Beasley, not to mention a 2021 second-round pick. Oh yeah, and they didn't get Anthony Davis like they wanted, and they really hurt their team chemistry. Yes, the pickup of Reggie Bullock was pretty good. It gives the Lakers another 3-and-D wing, but was the Mike Muscala trade really necessary? But worst of all, their team chemistry is destroyed. I feel that a lot of the young guys were pretty disgruntled over the trade talks, and some of the veterans who were in the trade too, and I think that it's going to create a rift in the locker room. Hopefully the Lakers are able to fix things before the playoffs start. Another loser from the NBA trade deadline is the Washington Wizards. The Wizards acquired Wesley Johnson, Bobby Portis, Jabari Parker, and a second-round pick. However, they also had to give up a second-round pick of their own, and they also gave up Otto Porter Jr. and Markieff Morris. Oh, and they also lost John Wall for another year because of an Achilles tear, and they didn't deal their most valuable asset in Bradley Beal. Yes, Bobby Portis is a promising young player, but Jabari Parker, even with all the potential that he had, his knees just gave up on him. He's not the same player anymore. I also don't understand why they wouldn't move Bradley Beal. Wall is already a lost cause for next season, so they might as well tank to get an even higher pick. And trading Bradley Beal would give them more young pieces to build around, and once John Wall is back, I don't think he'll be the same, but I think he'll be a good mentor to some of the young players, and I don't think the Wizards should sign him after his contract expires. But they didn't do that, so it doesn't matter. And the last loser of the trade deadline is the Boston Celtics. Man, I wish the Celtics could have gotten Bradley Beal. That would have been such a good fit, but it didn't happen, so instead, Boston went out and got themselves a second-round pick. Yeah, the biggest mistake the Celtics did was doing nothing. All the other contenders in the East improved in some way, and the Celtics stayed the same. I don't think they're going to make the finals anymore, and it's either the Bucks or the Sixers. I also think trading for someone like Beal would have helped Kyrie stay in Boston. Beal has another 2 years left on his contract, so Kyrie knows that he'll have another star to play with while he's there. But now his status as a Celtic in the future is up in the air. Now that the losers are out of the way, let's move on to the winners. And the first one we have up might surprise you. It's the Los Angeles Clippers. On paper, it may have seemed like the Clippers lost because they lost their best player in Tobias Harris. However, they added JaMychal Green, Garrett Temple, Ivica Zubac, Wilson Chandler, and Landry Shamet. Not to mention a Philadelphia 2020 lottery-protected first-round pick, the Miami Heat's 2021 unprotected first-round pick, and Detroit's 2021 and 2023 second-round picks. The Tobias Harris deal was good for the Clippers because they got a young player in Landry Shamet, but most importantly, they got themselves a pick in the 2020 draft and Miami's unprotected 2021 pick, which could easily be a top 5 pick. They also got rid of Avery Bradley, which frees up minutes for the young guys like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Jerome Robinson. They also signed a ton of expiring contracts, which means they have the chance to go and get someone like Kawhi Leonard in the offseason. The Clippers could potentially also use those picks and young players on their team to get Anthony Davis. And Davis said he would sign a long-term contract with the Clippers, which means that they may have Kawhi and AD for years to come. If this all pans out, Jerry West might be one of the greatest GMs of all time. The next winner that we have is the Milwaukee Bucks. I know the Bucks only made one move this deadline, but it was a really important one. They signed Nikola Mirotic in exchange for a disgruntled Thon Maker. Mirotic is going to be especially important to the Bucks' title runs. He can create his own shot, and he's also an adept catch-and-shoot player. Expect Mirotic to help carry the scoring load for the Bucks, whether it be in the starting lineup or off the bench. And a lot of people are saying the Philadelphia 76ers are winners as well. And yes, I know that, but I'm going to go with the less obvious pick, and I'm going to say the Orlando Magic are also winners of this year's trade deadline. The Magic gave up Jonathan Simmons, a second-round pick, and the Thunder top 20 protected first-round pick in exchange for Markelle Fultz. And I know a lot of people are thinking, Markelle's a bust, but you gotta think, he's only 21 years old. At least let him play through his rookie contract until you call him a bust. Fultz's potential, in my opinion, is still quite intriguing, and it's crazy how they got him for a second-round pick, a first-round pick that's protected, and a wing defender. This is actually the perfect situation for Fultz as a point guard. The Magic need one, and he can finally prove himself after not being given the chance in Philadelphia. This really is a low-risk, high-reward situation for the Magic. If Fultz doesn't pan out, you don't have to sign him to his team option, but if he does, you can extend his contract. Let's just hope that the Magic don't mess it up this time like they did with Victor Oladipo and Tobias Harris. And that does it for the video. I know that there were a lot of teams who also made great moves, such as the Knicks and the Mavericks, but that would have made too long of a video. Comment down below what you guys thought of the video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.